haunted house is a great escape room experience provided by the Chamber in Prague. It's mesmerizing in its attention to ghostly detail and fully immersive in its sinister storyline. The puzzles are well crafted too and suit the paranormal theme and story perfectly. Stepping into this haunted house will captivate you to a degree where you oftentimes feel that you are the main character in a Silent Hill or Resident Evil video game, or perhaps partaking in your own private gothic horror film. It's not a rosy-cozy or wink-winking Scooby-Doo-ish ironic ghost story. This is the real deal. The setup to the haunted house goes as follows. You are paranormal investigators and you've come to this house to cleanse it for whatever ghostly apparitions that have taken over the place. Apparently, a family used to live here, but the mother died in a traffic accident. The father was driving the car in the accident, but he survived, although deeply traumatized. After the accident, the little daughter also starts drawing weird and scary drawings. She keeps to herself more and more, and in the end she goes missing. At some point, the police start investigating, and one day they stop by the house and find the father dead under mysterious circumstances. It's a real family tragedy, apparently. Except there's something completely wrong with this house where it all happened, and this is where you step into the story. You have to cleanse the house, you have to find out what happened to the family, and if possible, find the little girl too. When you enter the haunted house, you do it on your own. There's no host or game master to hold your hand and show you where the exit button is or anything. You even have to unlock the front door to the house yourself and get in. And then you're struck by the fact that this is in fact a house, a real ghost house like you've seen in several films. Old, dilapidated, spooky as hell. With a small hallway, a claustrophobic corridor right in front of you, and probably several other rooms further down the line. It's enveloped in dusky darkness, and the flashlights you've been equipped with don't help you all that much, except they reveal that there's a corner at the end of the corridor, and you can't see around that corner. You can't see what's hiding just out of sight, ready to attack you when you get closer. And then there are the noises, the muffled voices, and the music playing to set the mood. Right about then, right there in the hallway, you see the first ghostly apparition. If you've ever played the so-called PT, playable teaser trailer, for the abandoned Silent Hill game on the PlayStation 4, or maybe you've seen the first section of Resident Evil 7, well, this is like standing in those very games yourself. It's creepy, it's scary, and it's so spooky that one of our team members actually said out loud, "I can't do this. This is too much," and she seriously considered abandoning the game right then and there. And we were only 3 minutes into the gameplay. It's that scary, and it's that immersive. Without spoiling too much, we can say that as you venture further on in the game, you get allusions not just to horror video games, but also to gothic horror films. Among those, and for very obvious reasons, The Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe from 2012. If you ever thought an escape room based on a linear gameplay would be boring, the haunted house will probably make you change your mind. It certainly did for us. The linearity of the room means that the game designers have actually been able to create a proper storyline in the puzzles, and also in the small scraps of paper that you find along the way that seem to come from various diaries, each trying to piece together the story about the family. It's simple on the one hand, but it's also very well written and intelligent on the other hand, since you'll quickly discover that there are more than just one voice trying to tell you a story through the diary entries. Aside from this, the puzzles are themselves creative and make you explore the house, and in this way examine all the ghostly surroundings up and close, from the piano that you have to play to the various pictures hanging on the walls. There's also a huge dollhouse and creepy household gadgets that you have to use on your way through the story. All of these puzzles are very well integrated in the set design and the story too. A lot of time and planning definitely went into this escape room, proved by the use of electronic and technological wizardry all the way through. Let's just say that you will encounter not just one ghost, but several strange appearances along the way. There are also mysterious footsteps heard in other rooms, and when you least expect it, objects will start moving by themselves. Did we also mention that an important puzzle involves a Ouija board too? In fact, the only thing to match the feeling of dread and suspense and paranoia is the feeling of utter wow. On the whole, you could argue that the puzzles in the haunted house are not all that difficult, but that's not a bad thing, since they will make you more easily immerse yourself in the story and the atmosphere of the escape room. Furthermore, they're not all that difficult because the hint system of the escape room has been integrated in the set design itself. You're equipped with a radio of sorts which will just play static noises, except when there are spirits that want to contact you. Usually these spirits are drawn to black roses, so you'll quite naturally keep an eye out for those flowers. This way of creating a hint system that's part of the set design, part of the story, and lets you stay in the immersion right there in the haunted house, that's brilliant. The ghostly hints that you get along the way also inform you about the dark past of the house, and so this hint system is probably the first one we've encountered, which also makes the room more horrific and more creepy. The radio with its static noises brought our thoughts back to the disturbing audible suspense that we loved about the first Silent Hill video games. It's in that vein, and it works brilliantly. Our real game master, made of flesh and blood, was kind and nice and forthcoming. He made sure that we got all the way through the escape room experience, so he had his eye on the clock and pushed us forward by giving us maybe 3 hints along the way when he could see that we needed them. We cannot recommend the haunted house enough. If you like horror stories, gothic ghost stories, and the paranormal, this escape room is one to seek out. Even if you are completely inexperienced, the linear puzzles and the storyline, the house itself, will guide you through. It's not to be missed, and it's clearly the best escape room the Chamber has to offer.